Alright, welcome back to another episode of Master Duel. Uh, we're gonna do some reviews of my games. I think this is about what 7 winning streak. This probably isn't the final form of the deck, but here's my deck. And I'm trying to add Natura Exterio here. I believe I have it. There he is. Now I think we're good. So this is kind of a branded Fallen of Albaz Despia deck. The goal here is to try and get the first Dark Lord out as soon as possible, and then occasionally I start with Ecclesia. Ecclesia goes into Fallen of Albaz, and then basically that's a super poly. It's pretty good in the fusion event. I have Ghost Spell and Call by the Grave to counter Phoenix Enforcer. Realistically, Max Seed I feel is probably can be cut because it feels like I run into way too many True Draco. Waking the Dragon is just a fun surprise, especially because everybody's playing back row removal because they got to deal with True Draco. Other than that, there's not much special going on with this deck. Extra deck wise, this is for the Dogmatica. Unfortunately, Dogmatica Ecclesia isn't really usable here, so there's that issue. You're only able to use this Ecclesia. I wanted to use the other Ecclesia. Anyways, it is what it is. If you summon Last Warrior off of a Waking the Dragon, that's almost GG, because destroy all other monsters you control. Neither player can special summon monsters. Neither player can summon monsters. That's basically, it's like a it's like a Rongo on your opponent's turn. Fusion Dragon is normal. This is pretty normal. These are just super poly targets. These four. This is a Maximus target. I actually haven't pulled Max. I haven't drawn to Maximus, so that's interesting. Titaniclad. There's a branded dragon. UR. That's pretty good. But I don't have him, so I'm not using him. Or I would run a copy of all three branded dragons. Glory Dragon's cool because you can't be destroyed by battle, and you're going for level 8 monsters. It just depends on what you can fuse with the Albaz. Despia, Masquerade Blaze Dragon. These are just standard Despia fusion monsters. This is one as well. This one's actually really good because you can special summon off of your opponent's graveyard. Exterio is really good if they Waking the Dragon into an into an Exterio. That's pretty much GG as well. Technically, I don't need two targets, but it is what it is. I think this battle is one of my favorites. There's a battle where it ended with us super polying each other, and I had to pick which monster I can summon off of my fusion, and I picked the right one, and then my finger slipped and I picked the wrong target, and it just turned out to be a big brain kill. But anyways, here's Albaz using branded opening to special summon. I'm trying to special summon a third fairy out here so I can go into the first Dark Lord instantly off of the theater. So first turn, first Dark Lord. First Dark Lord not that amazing because everybody's running super poly and Fallen of Albaz is the thing, but it does set up the board nicely. So I got one of these, and I got another Dramaturge, and I'm just trying to kill him right here. I was hoping I can summon him in attack mode and I can kill him with that, but it is what it is. Couldn't kill him. The idea here is she's going for Ecclesia, so that's going to be a fusion. So it's basically a super poly off of the first Dark Lord. So I might as well get what I can with the ability. So Starving Venom Fusion Dragon comes out here. I'm trying to negate its effect. One of the things that this is actually really annoying because if I kill the Venom Dragon, it blows up my board, so I have to worry about that. But here comes the Branded Fusion. It's basically Mirror at this point. I'm not sure what my opponent is running though. I really wish we could see the thing where it shows both sides. But anyways, gonna go for the 0 attack right here. I feel like I keep running into monsters that have 0. I feel like I keep running into monsters that are immune to this effect. For example, the Protoplant guy is immune to this. And I'm hesitant to attack into him because he can reduce my attack to 0. So I'm just gonna fusion off this guy. Fusion. I have a choice between the two. I picked this. I picked the Despian because I don't want to go down to 0 attack. I can attack him. I can attack into that and win for 1200. Unfortunately, he that was a bad choice for me because, well, actually, I have to get rid of that either way. But now he summons, he super polys me back, and now I'm in an awkward situation. Luckily, this card gives me another Fallen of Albaz. So basically, we just cycled out the Fallen of Albaz 3 times, and I had a choice of my special summon monsters here. He wasn't gonna do anything. I already used his effect. It didn't do anything. So he doesn't have the attack power to run over the opponent. Titaniclad's not gonna do anything. So my options are Starving Venom, or this guy, or Protoplant, right? So Starving Venom, the Protoplant guy is gonna negate the effect, so I can't really use Starving Venom. So I can only use him. And once I use him, he tries to negate my effect. Which, this is just multiple levels of misplay, but it just ends in a big brain kill. Technically, he can quick effect target my guy and negate my effect. So I'm trying to special summon one of his fusion monsters off of my guy's effect. He negates it, so now I'm gonna run into one of these two. Either I run into him for 500, or I run into him for 400. My mouse slipped and I hit the Starving Venom Dragon by mistake. Realistically, if I hit into the Protoplant, he's not gonna die, because my effect is negated. But when I hit into the Protoplant, when I hit into the Fusion Dragon blows him up, so he's no longer on the field, and then the effect activates. So it's a big brain move that ends in a fancy finish. So I'm trying to revive a guy. He stops me. So here, if I hit him, he dies and the effect will kill him. He'll get hit for 2700. But my finger slipped and I hit the wrong person. So I'm activating the effect anyway. So I'm just like, what the hell? Might as well. I did not want to hit that because it would blow up my board. Turns out because I got blown up, he can't stop. The effect's no longer negated and he just gets blown up. So that's actually my favorite duel in the whole Fusion game, in the whole Fusion season. This one is also very interesting. My opponent goes for a Cyberstein. So I was not expecting the Cyberstein, but as you can see, I started off bricked. I'm basically bricked here. So I'm like, okay, I'll place down 2 cards. Hopefully I can get some reaction. And he Feather Dusters me. So at this point, I was about to scoop. Like, I was about to give up here. Turns out my opponent's reasoning, so I'm like, okay, Ash Blossom that. And then he's bricked, so I'm like, okay, so we have a chance here. What do I draw? I draw into my starter. So I get the branded opening here. I didn't use this, I just hit him. And my opponent's running Cubics, which I have no idea what the hell Cubics does. So, anyways, he does reasoning again. And I'm like, okay, I guess I max seed this time. He selects level 4, or I selected level 4. I don't know what he selected. but basically he gets his Cyberstein out, and at this point I'm expecting 5 God Dragon or something. I'm expecting 5 God Dragon or what's his face. I get uh, we get fusion. We get Material Exterior here. And this is awkward because I have nothing in my deck that can super poly away the Naturia. So this is sticking around. It's just a matter of if I super poly what I use. This guy makes it so that he takes no battle damage from these Bions or these Cubics. He's running a Cubics deck, so I'm going to get rid of all the Cubic stuff that I can. This would actually kill him. I was like, okay, so I'm faced with a funny decision here. Do I hit into the Naturio or do I hit into the Cyberstein? If he has a trap card, it wouldn't really matter, but I would prefer to get rid of this and go for the long game versus going for the kill. I wanted to go for the kill, but this time I misclicked and I clicked into the Exterior, which was awkward. I was kind of hoping I can get the kill, but it didn't make a difference because that's a super poly right there, and I don't get my effect. And he gets the Proto Plant Dragon. Dragon Stapalia. Luckily, he comes back and he cancels out his effect right there. So, because I had a fusion monster on the field that was destroyed while he's in the graveyard, I get to bring him back and negate a monster's effect. That negated the Naturio's effect, allowing me to go into the first Dark Lord. And that's where I kind of get a comeback here. Unfortunately, I don't get a battle phase here, otherwise I would just run into him and clear out his board, but it is what it is. Summon as much stuff as I can. I didn't Feather Duster off that, which turns out to, this actually ends up being the thing that, I don't lose because of it, but I should have Dustered that, because he's going to attack me with this. Anyways, so he kills off whatever he can. But because he hits something, I get to bring it back. I get to bring back a fusion monster here. He negates my effect anyway. This is the effect where if I get destroyed, I blow up the field. Or I blow up my opponent's special summons. So here, I don't have a choice. Feather Duster doesn't work because he's got the Naturio there, so I'm just going to straight up hit him. I don't know what the hell Belgium the Cubic Seed does, so that's an Ash Blossom right there. And I can't Feather Duster in the battle phase, so it's not like Twin Twister. So I'm just going to hit into him. He's going to special summon him out. I figured because I ran the Starving Venom Dragon into a suicide attack, I figured he would have blown up all the special summon guys, but that didn't work. At this point, I'm pretty sure I have him. So yeah, he gives up. I think these two were some of the more exciting matches. Down the line, it's less exciting. Particularly when I have to deal with True Draco, it's just a huge pain in the ass. I'm surprised I haven't ran into an Eldritch yet, but totally should run Eldritch. Opening hand's okay. I'm not going first, so this looks like it's True Draco, because it's got no extra deck. Unfortunately, I also ran into a Megalith deck that took forever. I guess taking forever and making your opponent surrender is an option. This is going for the first Dark Lord right here. I'm dropping the Max Seed because I know it's True Draco. My odds of using Max Seed are slim to none. Unfortunately, the way I dropped the Max... I wanted to discard Max Seed for the effect, but I ended up discarding the wrong card. Ended up activating Max Seed's effect instead. So what should have happened was I discard Max Seed, he pops his card, I Ash Blossom. Anyways, it is what it is. So we go for the first Dark Lord right here. he brings out his True Draco, and I bring out what I got, and he surrenders. Because the thing with True Draco is their plan is to hit you with beat sticks until they lock you with a floodgate and hit you with beat sticks, and I have a bigger beat stick at that point. That can't be targeted. I believe that card targets the Apocalypse, True Draco Apocalypse. So that's why he surrendered. This hand looks okay. It's not like insane, but it's also really awkward for me to play with. My opponent plays Dragon Maids, and at this point I'm thinking whether or not I should max seed him. I don't. And now I max seed him. As he goes with the Fusion Destiny. I'm like, okay, that's probably a... It has a Phoenix Enforcer. I'm like, okay. Luckily I have Ghost Bell here. So that's a Raigeki into a Feather Duster, but he activates this thing before I get to do anything. So I know what trap we're dealing with. Anyways, Feather Duster. And then I Ash Blossom that, so he doesn't return anything. Everything stays on the field and dies. And then he gets Raigeki'd. That's just awkward. Phoenix Enforcer comes back. Realistically, I should have let the Phoenix Enforcer come back, so, never mind. I thought that was Fallen of Albaz. If it was Fallen of Albaz, I would have let the Phoenix Enforcer come back and then just hit him with it. At this point, it is what it is. It's Dragon Maid. Dragon Maids have a very high chance of bricking, so I'm just going for as big of a beat stick as I can to just run him over. And here I get to run him over. And I know that mostly because I played Dragon Maid for the first season. I was an avid believer of playing Dragon Maid. And then around Platinum 3 or 4, I start bricking like hell. I got up to like Platinum 2, and then the bricks kept hitting. Had enough bricks to build a house. Anyways, this hand is actually pretty good. I have a Pankratops in there just because it's good generic card. But out of the 8 duels I played with this deck, I haven't pulled into a single Pankratops or a single Maximus. Either way, I'm really proud of this deck because I actually built it myself. Normally I just try to copy my opponent's deck, but then I realize I actually don't have a lot of the Shaddoll cards, so that's kind of an issue. If I had the Shaddoll cards, it would be nice, but I can't really build a Shaddoll deck here because my alternate account plays my alt account plays Shaddoll, so I can't play Invoke Shaddoll here. Ironically, what's his face? Freaking Alistair the Invoker doesn't really work very well without Link monsters, because you really need to link into that light monster so you can get Mechaba. And I'm in that funny situation where I can't get Mechaba, so there's that. Branded Theater. Yeah, Maxi, Ash. Realistically, what I should have done was hit him once, hit him twice, and then super poly. But this works too, because when I special summon off of this person, I get the Dramatage, I get to bring him back. But if I had another card in my hand, that's an extra 3,000. I'm surprised I actually haven't seen Waking the Dragon work here yet. Opponent Foolish Burials. I have no idea what the hell he's gonna do. He's playing Pendulums in a Fusion tournament, or he's playing Pendulums in a Fusion match, which is weird. But it is what it is. Brings out a bunch of stuff. I kind of misplay here because I could have summoned both Ecclesias. Even though you can only activate Ecclesia's ability once, I could have special summoned one and then normal summoned one. But it is what it is. Odd Eyes comes out. probably some kind of odd-eyes fusion dragon deck from the anime, I guess. I don't know. Probably didn't need to break his backboard, but I have no idea what the hell pendulums do. Pendulums is actually my worst matchup because I'm so bad against like pendulums. I have no idea what the hell they do. Here I could have summoned Ecclesia and then just run into him, and then just kill two. Didn't happen. Pendulum Fusion. The Starving Venom Fusion. Supreme King Starving Venom comes out. Hits me for 6k. And like, I'm like, oh crap. On the other hand, good thing I didn't summon this Ecclesia, because this Ecclesia ends up winning the game. So, turns out, I keep making mistakes today, and they all turned out to be for the better. So, yeah, there's a super poly right there. Ash Dragon plus 11 levels. And I have exactly, I have a little bit over lethal. So I get lethal there. Took a long time it took a good couple of matches to tweak the deck to where I'm somewhat comfortable showing it off. It still occasionally bricks. Like, I opened with this hand and I'm like, oh, okay, no special, no extra deck. So I'm just like, holy crap, True Draco is not gonna kill you in one turn. So I'm just like, okay, this is definitely True Draco, and it's gonna suck for him. As I was building this deck, I tried putting Invoker in there. I put in 3 Alistair to Invoker, 2 Magical Meltdowns, and I didn't put in any Evocation, and I was like, wait, what stopped me from summoning Evocation? It didn't even negate my effect. I was like, oh, I didn't even have any Evocation in the deck. So, there was that. Anyways, so go for the Fallen of Albaz here. And basically his turn. So I tried to super poly off his guy. It didn't work. He pulled out another guy. The thing with True Draco against Fallen of Albaz, I don't have the branded dragon, so a lot of the monsters from their end I can't really fusion off. But here we go. That's a lightning storm right there. I'm like, okay. I play lightning storm, and my opponent gets the judgment off. So I'm like, okay. How about Feather Duster? You don't happen to have a counter for that, do you? I thought he was gonna have a sec. It actually his screen lit up once, and I thought he actually had the second Feather Duster, and I was like, oh. Crap. Anyways, Raigeki. Realistically, I should have played Branded in red. That would have let me poly off, and that would have let me super poly off his guy. But we go for Masquerade Blazing Dragon here, and turns out Branded in red doesn't allow you to attack directly the turn you summon your guy, so it is what it is. And at this point, I'm actually normal summoning Maxi, because Maxi's pretty useless against True Draco, so normal summon Maxi, and I'm like, I don't think my opponent's expecting that. And he's bricked, so now he dies. But I have no idea what the hell he's gonna summon, because 2500 is actually not enough to 2500 is not enough to beat over all of the True Dracos, so I gotta bring out a bigger beat stick, basically. And now we're gonna attack. He doesn't respond, so okay, we got lucky. Because whatever he responded with might have been a 2600 monster. So it is. So that's it. These are my highlights for the first day of the Fusion event. Thank you guys all for watching. The Ultimate Chi signing out.